Imagine two people. Both earn around $70,000 a year. 10 years later, one of them is constantly stressed about bills, has credit card debt, and lives paycheck to paycheck. The other has a healthy emergency fund, investments that are growing every year, and the freedom to take a vacation without worrying about money. Same income, completely different financial lives. So what changed? It wasn't luck. It wasn't winning the lottery. And it definitely wasn't some secret investment that made them rich overnight. The difference was the small money decisions they made every single day. In this video, I'm going to share 10 money rules that can completely change the way you think about your finances. These aren't complicated strategies used only by millionaires. They're practical rules that anyone can start following today. Rule number 1. Spend less than you earn. This sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people ignore it. One of the biggest financial mistakes isn't earning too little. It's spending everything you make. Every time your income goes up, it's tempting to upgrade your lifestyle. A bigger apartment, a newer car, more expensive vacations, and subscriptions you barely use. Before you know it, your expenses grow just as fast as your paycheck. And suddenly, despite earning more than ever, you still feel broke. Financial freedom doesn't begin with a higher salary. It begins when you create a gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap becomes your savings, your investments, your future. Even saving a small percentage consistently can make a huge difference over time. Because wealth isn't built in one big moment. It's built through hundreds of small decisions. Rule number 2, pay yourself first. Most people pay everyone else before they pay themselves. Rent, utilities, credit cards, shopping, restaurants. And if there's anything left at the end of the month, they save it. The problem is, for many people, there's never anything left. Instead, flip the process. The moment your paycheck arrives, move part of it into savings or investments first, even if it's just 10%. Treat that money like a bill you owe to your future self. You wouldn't ignore your rent payment, so don't ignore your future either. Automating this habit makes it even easier because you're removing the temptation to spend that money. Your future self will thank you for every dollar you save today. Rule number 3, build an emergency fund. Life has a way of surprising us. A medical bill, a job loss, a car repair, a broken appliance. These things don't ask for permission before they happen. Without an emergency fund, people often turn to credit cards, and that's where a small problem turns into long-term debt. An emergency fund isn't there to make you money. It's there to protect you from losing it. A good goal is to build enough savings to cover several months of essential expenses. You don't have to reach that number overnight. Start small. Every paycheck gets you one step closer, because financial confidence isn't about believing nothing will ever go wrong. It's about knowing you'll be ready when something does. Rule number 4, stop trying to look rich. Can I tell you something? Some of the wealthiest people you'll ever meet don't look wealthy at all. They don't wear designer clothes every day. They don't change cars every 2 years. And they don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. On the other hand, you'll also meet people who drive luxury cars, wear expensive watches, and post a perfect life on social media, while quietly struggling with debt. Here's the truth. Looking rich and being rich are two completely different things. One costs money, the other builds money. If you're constantly buying things just to impress people, you're working hard to finance someone else's opinion. And the reality is, most people aren't thinking about your life as much as you think they are. The moment you stop chasing status, you give yourself a chance to build real wealth. Rule number 5, every dollar needs a job. Have you ever checked your bank account and wondered, where did all my money go? It happens to almost everyone, not because they're irresponsible, but because money disappears when it doesn't have a plan. Think of every dollar like an employee. If you don't give it a job, it'll wander off. Before the month starts, decide where your money is going. Some goes toward housing, some pays the bills, some goes into savings, some gets invested, and yes, some is there to enjoy life. Budgeting isn't about saying no to everything, it's about deciding what's actually important before your money decides for you. When every dollar has a purpose, you'll stop wondering where it went. Rule number 6, debt can be useful, but only if you control it. Debt isn't always the enemy. A mortgage that helps you buy a home, a student loan that leads to a better career, or a business loan used wisely. Those can create opportunities. But consumer debt is different. Buying things you can't afford today and asking your future self to. Rule number 7. Invest early, even if you start small. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for the perfect time to invest. I'll start when I earn more. I'll start next year. I'll start after I pay off everything. But the truth is, time is often more valuable than the amount you invest. Even small investments have years to grow if you start early. You don't need thousands of dollars. You need consistency. Imagine planting a tree. The best time was years ago. The second best time is today. Your future wealth isn't built by one big investment. It's built by showing up, month after month, year after year, and letting time do its work. That's how ordinary people slowly create extraordinary financial security. Rule number 8. Learn before you invest. One of the fastest ways to lose money is investing in something you don't understand. Every year, people rush into the latest trend because everyone else is talking about it. A friend recommends a stock. Someone on social media promises unbelievable returns. A headline says, "This could be the next big thing." And suddenly people invest money without asking a simple question: do I actually understand what I'm buying? If the answer is no, take a step back. Successful investors don't chase every opportunity. They understand it first. The goal isn't to get rich overnight. The goal is to make smart decisions that still make sense years from now. Knowledge may not feel exciting, but it's one of the safest investments you'll ever make. Rule number 9. Increase your income, but don't forget to keep more of it. Most people focus on only one side of money. They think the answer is simply earning more, a better job, a promotion, a side hustle. And yes, increasing your income can absolutely improve your financial life. But there's another side that people often ignore: keeping more of what you earn. If your income doubles, but your spending doubles too, your financial situation hasn't really changed. The people who build lasting wealth usually do both. They look for ways to earn more while staying intentional about how they spend. That balance creates freedom, not just a bigger paycheck. Rule number 10. Think about the next 10 years, not the next 10 days. We live in a world where everything feels urgent. The newest phone, the latest trend, the next shopping sale. It's easy to make decisions that feel good today, but create problems tomorrow. Wealth is different. It rewards patience. Every smart financial decision you make today is a gift to the version of yourself you'll become years from now. Maybe nobody notices the money you saved this month. Maybe nobody congratulates you for skipping an unnecessary purchase. But one day you'll look back and realize those quiet decisions changed everything. Real wealth isn't built by one lucky break. It's built by consistently making good choices, even when nobody is watching. If there's one thing I hope you remember from this video, it's this: building wealth isn't about being perfect. It's about making a few good decisions over and over again. You don't need to follow all 10 rules starting today. Pick one, practice it until it becomes a habit, then move on to the next. Small improvements may not feel exciting in the moment, but over the years, they can completely change your financial future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy practical money advice that's easy to understand and focused on long-term financial success, consider subscribing. New videos are on the way, and each one is designed to help you make smarter financial decisions, one step at a time.